We'll be taking a look at this question on trigonometric identities. It says, if sine p is equals to half and sine q is equals to 1 over 3, it wants us to now evaluate the sine of p minus q. First, let's understand what sine p minus q is. Sine p minus q from trigonometric identity is the same thing as the sine of p cos of q minus the sine of q the cos of p. So onus is on us now to find out what the cos of p will be and what the sine of q would be. Now we have that sine p is equals to half. Now from our basic right angle triangle, if I have my right angle triangle here and this is my angle p, if sine p is equals to half, that means if I have 1 here, which is the opposite, I'll have 2 as the hypotenuse, because sine is the same thing as opposite over hypotenuse. So if my opposite is 1, definitely my hypotenuse is equivalent to 2. Then I can find out the third side here. Let's call this x. So that from Pythagoras theorem, I know that 1 squared plus x squared is equals to 2 squared. So that 1 now plus x squared is equals to 4. X squared obviously is equals to 4 minus 1, and x squared is equals to 3. X is equals to the root of 3. Now if x is the root of 3, then I can now deduce what my cos should be. Definitely my cos p will be the same thing as the root of 3 over 2. So that sine p is equals to half, cos p is equals to root 3 over 2. Let's deduce for sine q. Cos q we've been given is equals to 1 over 3. Obviously, if we now bring it again into the right angled triangle, I'll be saying that if this is q, then this will be 1 and this will be 3. Why? Because cos q is the same thing as adjacent over hypotenuse. So that my adjacent is 1 and my hypotenuse is 3. Then I can deduce for this side to deduce sine q. So that my x now again plus 1 will be equals to 3 squared. X squared, plus 1 squared will be equals to 3 squared. So that x squared will be equals to 3 squared, which is 9, minus 1, that's equals to 8. X squared is equals to the root of 8. From surds, my x will be the same thing as 2 root 2. Now, if x is 2 root 2, obviously, sine q will be the same thing as 2 root 2 over 3. Now, let's remember again that my cos q is the same thing as 1 over 3. So, now I can now deduce what my sine p minus q should be. My sine p minus q, we've been given that this is the same thing as sine p cos q minus sine q cos p. So that this will be the same thing as sine p is the same thing as half. I'll pick half into cos q is root 3 over 2. Sorry, cos q is 1 over root 3. Let me change that. Cos q is 1 over 3 minus sine q, that's 2 root 2 over 3, and cos p is root 3 over 2. So 2 here is 1, 2 here is 1. So I can easily simplify this to 1 over 6 minus, here I have root 2, here I have root 3. If I multiply both of them together, I'll have root 6 over 3. Now let's take an LCM. I'll take an LCM this way. This is 6. So 6 in 6, that is 1, times 1 here, that will be 1. 3 in 6, that is 2, times root 6, that is 2 root 6. So with this, you've seen how I solved this basic trigonometric identity. I can conveniently say that my sine p minus q is the same thing as 1 minus 2 root 6 over 6. In case you have gray areas, please do not hesitate to use the comment section. Thank you for staying with us and see you in our next class.